My name is Shannon, and my 2 words are prideful and joyful. I grew up in a Christian home, and my parents were very involved in the church and raised me to know and love Jesus. And because of this exposure to God, I knew and believed from an early age that He loved me, and His desire was for me to know Him personally. But as I got to high school, how people perceived me became more and more important to me than my identity in Christ. Having good grades and excelling in my extracurriculars and having a boyfriend were important to me and became the most important things to me. But this momentary happiness I found in knowing I was desired by men and sought after by them gave me a sense of validation. In my selfishness, I failed to see that I was sought after by the Creator of the universe. I allowed my relationship with my boyfriend to create a bigger and bigger gap between my thoughts and God's thoughts. I began to compartmentalize my life. I would go to church, read my Bible, and hang out with my Christian friends, all while refusing to give God control of this relationship. When I got to college, I became involved in crew and was soon convicted and challenged by my Christian friends about my relationship with my boyfriend, and we broke up, but I still clung to finding my validation in how men viewed and treated me. I would go out of my way to be noticed by men and would achieve this momentary happiness from knowing I was wanted. But I was continually let down and disappointed by these relationships. They never lasted and were never what I thought or hoped they would be. I was too prideful, though, to admit to God that I was wrong, and His plan for my life was much better than my own. I thought that by no longer having a boyfriend, this would solve my struggle with desiring to be noticed by men. But the Bible teaches us that circumstances are not our problems. Indwelling sin is our problem. Circumstances do not make us who we are, but rather reveal who we are. I need Jesus to change my heart. And I prayed that He would, that our relationship would be restored, and that I would make Him Lord over my whole life, including my relationships. That my joy would come from knowing Him, not by knowing I was desired by men. For me, knowing Jesus is worth it and will always be worth it. He has taught me that no earthly relationship can compare to knowing Him. He has set me free, and it's my deepest desire to live free for Him. My identity and sense of self-worth come from what happened on the cross, not from how men view me. The great lie that the world tells us is that sin, being prideful and not following God's plan, brings joy. My pridefulness led to fleeting momentary happiness, yes, but it's only through worshiping Jesus that I have found real and lasting joy in my life. Those are my 2 words.